The best pride like Life Ever is changed toward at what he's doing. And there's no better way to give back to this outstanding personality than to inscribe his name and achievement on marble of history for posterity. This can be said of Femi Otedola. Femi Otedola was born on the 4th of November 1962 by the union of Sir Michael Agbolade Otedola and Lady Doja Otedola in Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. His father, Sir Michael Agbolade Otedola, hailed from Odo Iragunshi under Epe local government area of Lagos State. He was a former executive governor of Lagos State, Nigeria between 1992 and 1993. After his elementary primary school, he attended the Olivet Baptist High School, Oyo State. He gained admission to the then University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, Osun State, and graduated in 1985. He is an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, courageous, a strategist par excellence, visionary, kind-hearted, destiny helper, pace-setter, resourceful, reliable, transformative, respectful, teacher, a bridge builder, an enigma, an innovative and economic driver, a potential, a ubiquitous, a libertarian par excellence, an egalitarian, a pragmatic, a hero, and a mentor. He joined his father's printing press, where he acted as marketing executive before venturing to trade in petroleum products. He established various companies which include Zenod Petroleum and Gas Limited, Center Force Limited, Fort Oil, and Geregu Power Plant. Other companies and businesses funded by him are as follows: Seaforce Shipping Company Limited, Sweet Insurance, F4 Transport Nigeria Limited, Atlas Shipping Agency, F4 Properties Limited. He also encouraged the sustainability of Sir Michael Otedola University. He is the second Nigerian to be included in the Forbes list of dollar-denominated billionaires. He sits on so many chairs of several companies following the acquisition of large part of African Petroleum in 2007. He was named the chairman and chief executive of the company. He was chief executive director of Transnational Corporation Nigeria PLC between 2006 to 2011. He was committee member of South African Commercial Leadership in 2004. He was appointed to Nigeria's National Economic Team by former President Goodluck Jonathan. He served as the chairman of Transcorp Hilton Hotel in 2007. He was governing member of Nigerian Investment Promotion Council in 2008. He was former president of Nigeria Chamber of Shipping. He is the largest private investor of Nigerian banking industry. Femi Otedola, simple style billionaire, is a renowned philanthropist. He has given billions of naira to aid various group organizations and individuals. He shared the philosophy of apartheid, that what we have done for ourselves alone die with us. What we have done for others and the world remain, and it's immortal. Time is a unit of life. We are all on transit. Centuries had come and gone. Empires had risen and fallen. Life being a voyage. Both powerful and weak individuals are transferred this universe. There were times when we were not here. We are here today. There will be a time when we no longer be present here, but represented by our legacies, the shades, colors, and imaginations of memories that will be heard about us depend solely on how judiciously and impartially we use our time here while we still transiting. In the equation of life, other variables can change, but time remains entirely constant. This is one of the reasons it is important to be conscious of our time, how we spend it, and what we remember of us when we are no longer here. This is the philosophy that inspired the noble postulation of William James, an American philosopher and a historian, that the great use of life is to spend it on something that will outlast. His life has practically shown that is full of eloquent testimony in all fear, but windows of introspection to x-ray whether we are truly living or merely existing in order to make the world a better place. While we urge people to live a life of impact, we are morally obligated to celebrate those living in the realm of positive legacy, entrenching indelible footprint on the sand of time, and elevate them to Olympian height, the way they will be torchbearers for those coming behind. His life has not only been a success but a huge inspiration to the younger and upcoming generation. He started with a fierce zeal, like a son of nobody without any privileged family background. He carved a niche for himself in the business world. In his stint in life, so far, every nook and cranny of Nigerian economic polity has had the entrepreneurial grit and wit of these shrewd investors, an ebullient billionaire written on it, abelled with bold letters. From oil, gas, maritime power, real estate, banking, etc., he has blazed the trail and is still breaking into new frontiers. I choose to celebrate this great Nigerian and one of Nigeria's employer of labor for his positive impact on mankind and nation building. But as a result of my ideology, which resonates with school of thought, will magnify the value and personalities we want to see replicated in the society. As one of the greatest entrepreneurs, innovative and economic driver in Africa and the entire globe, he has been motivating many youths to adopt the great entrepreneurs as a role model and venture into mountain of entrepreneurship, being mentored by those who had already broken ground in different endeavors of the economy. This will help to create jobs, reduce unemployment, roll back poverty, fight insecurity, make our youth innovative, and create economic prosperity for all. He has refused all attempt to be dragged into murky water of politics. His own politics is out of private sector business, investing, and entrepreneurship. He has excelled very well in this area. It takes strength of character, deep-rooted ideology, and elevated vision. So for someone that has been repeatedly recognized as one of the richest men in Africa by prestigious Forbes magazine to remain in politics despite having the resources and connection. As a strategic investor and business titan, like an elephant with gigantic footprint on Nigerian business environment, he is pathfinding a new philosophy in the private sector. He has succeeded not only in business world but also in family life. All his effort as an entrepreneur would probably be the most remembered for his art of philanthropy in the long run. That is, in social entrepreneurship, the readiness with which he offers a helping hand to others in society. He, without a doubt, act of generosity, he is continuing to shoot for the sky. He loves giving back to society without blinking an eyelid. This he has been doing and intends to do for the rest of his life. In a world full of conflict, diseases, calamities, and inequalities, we all need to show the meek of human kindness to reach out and comfort the sick and give a helping hand to the weak. His foundation has done so much in terms of promoting the welfare of human race, particularly his fellow Nigerians who are in need. He took over the payment of Dr. Ini Ibom, the medical bill, who on his retirement in 2002 was an associate professor of the Department of Theatre at University of Uyo in Akwa Ibom State. It's been on record that he picked up the medical bills of Christian Chukwu, former captain and coach of Super Eagles of Nigeria. He stepped in and out. He did the same thing for Peter Frengene, Nigeria's former international goalkeeper, between 1968 and 1971. And also for late Majek Fashe, the gifted reggae musician who at the height of his glory could not also pay his hospital bill. he bailed him out by extending his hands of fellowship of help to him. He also did the same thing for two famous Nigerian actors, late Sadiq Daba and Victor Olautan, and several others. Through his philanthropic organization, the businessman has contributed over 2.6 billion naira to various schools across the country, including Ahmadu Bello University with a sum of 1 billion naira, University of Ibadan 300 million naira, and 1.2 billion naira ultra-modern business school to Bayero University in Kano. One of the numerous philanthropic gestures of Femi Otedola was donation of 300 million naira towards the completion of National Economical Center, Nigeria's place primary of Christian worship in Abuja in 2005. He also donated a sum of 200 million naira to Michael Otedola's university scheme, and the scheme has helped more than 1,000 students. In bid to ensure the crime-free Lagos, Femi Otedola donated a sum of 200 million naira to Lagos State Security Trust Fund in 2007. He extended his donation to Otedola College of Primary Education by giving the school a sum of 100 million naira in 2007. The University of Port Harcourt was also a beneficiary of his philanthropy when he donated 80 million naira to the faculty. In 2018, he was the chief launcher at St. Augustine University fundraising and Founders Day, pledged to build a fully furnished Faculty of Engineering worth 500 million naira for the university. Femi Otedola fulfilled his pledge of $25,000 to the Super Eagles of Nigeria in 2019 edition of African Cup of Nations. In conjunction with the Lagos State government, he donated a sum of 1 billion naira scholarship for the students. He announced a donation of 1 billion naira towards the eradication of deadly coronavirus pandemic that ravaged the world in 2020. However, he loved people singing his praises over such acts of humanity. On his humanitarian gesture, he has been quoted saying, "God has been so kind to him in life." He felt highly privileged. The only way he can show his gratitude to God is to use his resources to support those who are underprivileged. This is not the first time he is in the spotlight because of his philanthropic gestures. He is one of the wealthy people in the country who have altruistic desire to improve human welfare. His life-changing activities are not restricted to helping sportsmen, entertainers, and ordinary Nigerians alone, but cut across practically all facets of our national life. Worthy of mention in this regard are his numerous interventions in various sectors that have touched countless lives, namely youth empowerment, developmental projects, efficient healthcare delivery system, affordable qualitative education, agricultural production and industrialization, housing and urban renewal, rural infrastructural development, etc. He has been invited by the Save the Children to join the prestigious group of the organization's vice president in recognition of his philanthropic effort to better the lives of children in Nigeria and the world at large. Save the Children vice president are a group of high-level supporters and critical friends of the organization, actively involved in advancing the cause of Save the Children through advocacy, volunteerism, introduction, and philanthropy. His addiction to the Vice President's group is a testament to his long-standing support to the organization since 2019. He has supported Save the Children programs on the prevention and treatment of malnutrition and on advocating for access to quality education. He is elected to be associated with the organization. He said, "We have to save our children from all manners of challenges and deprivation given to the needy and less privileged, particularly children, is the greatest love of all." His business leadership acumen has helped our generation a great deal. His invaluable contribution to the development of humanity and projection of the entire black race are commendable because his life has been full of service to humanity by lifting life of others. He is not just a principal actor in the business world, but also one of the main issues. I salute his courage, resilience, selflessness, and mobility in always placing the welfare of others above himself. Based on his pedigree, he is exceptionally outstanding among his peers and defined by three major qualities, such as courage, vision, and strategy. He is an invaluable asset to our generation, a strategist par excellence, a humanist, kind-hearted, lovers of the downtrodden, and man of the people. He has proven as a business administrator, innovative and a quick driver par excellence, having left an indelible footprint in private sector. As a seasoning boardroom guru, he is many things to many people. The journey of his life is indeed an inspiration to many, just as his visionary philanthropy and benevolence remain a learning curve for all. He has received many awards in recognition of his meritorious service to humanity and nation building. Among these are Man of the Year by the Silverbird Group in 2019. This is a Philanthropist of the Decade, African Philanthropist of the Year Award by African Leadership Magazine in 2019, African Persons of the Year Award in 2019 Investiture Ceremony, an award of honor by Sun newspaper in 2020, the Zig Award Prize in Business Leadership 2018. The Personalities of the Year 2019-2020. He is happily married to Mrs. Nana Otedola and blessed with children. Thanks and God bless.